family information of the second owners, which is the Pearce family. Mountjoy Pearce was a shipbuilder. He was an absolute iconic legend within this area back in his day. The video is going to explain why. With this video, it's going to be slightly different to how it was based around the first ever owners when we did the Alice and Lewis Dodgson's video. The reason being is because we don't have that much information on Mountjoy Pearce's family at the time. We've done a lot of history and a lot of research. We just can't find, considering he was such a massive iconic figure in the area, we don't have much information regarding it. So what we've had to do is stick to the facts of what we know and what we have found out, and kind of keep it like that. So it's going to be a bit of a shorter video this time, but it's just going to be the best of what we can do, just to give you a little insight. Last time I was doing Alice and Lewis's video inside Elmwood, I was walking with the camera facing me while I was in the building. What I'm doing this time is I'm actually filming the location downstairs, just to give you a bit of an insight into what the building is like inside. It shows you a kind of all the little routes that we take. I also haven't added on any of the information regarding any paranormal activity. That is because we do get bits and bobs, but based around this family, we don't have too much of them that come through. That has been lost with what we've got because of Facebook deleting all the lives after 30 days. So if we haven't pulled any of that information out and put it out as a video, it's gone. So the only thing I can tell you based on any paranormal events that we've come across over these years is we get the name Edward come out quite a lot. And in fact, I think I actually had the name Edward come out when I was doing Alice and Lewis's video, when I got called an a-hole. So that did have Edward's name in that time. But we do get Edward's name come out quite a lot. We also get Francis come out sometimes. And in the whole of the 9 years that we've ever investigated this building, we've only ever had Mountjoy's name come out once. We do get information regarding ships and backgrounds of ship workers. I did say ship. I have struggled with this. I have made sure throughout the video, I have made sure that my P is very prominent. So you will find me going ship, P. Just to make clear, I'm saying ship builder, not anything else. But we do get stuff, but there is another family that lived here that were also ship builders. So just, it's hard. But I've done the best of what we can do with this video based on them. And I wanted to just make sure that you were aware that it is a case of going to be showing you around the downstairs of the building as well. So hopefully it's okay for you. And like I say, this video was extremely tough because the information that I can pull is very, very tough. There is one other thing, and I'm absolutely gutted about, because I went to go and get the video because it was only done within the past month and a half. The video has been deleted. But there is something that is based around the Pearce family and a love affair. So that is something that we need to kind of still get information on, but that has come up. Tried my best with this one because it's really, really difficult. So enjoy. The house behind me is known by day as Elmwood Community Centre, but by night time, for paranormal enthusiasts, it's known as the Elmwood House experience. When Elmwood House was first built, it came with tennis courts, croquet lawns, and that was to the south and the west of the gardens. And as you can see, it's kitchen wing, it's laundry house with the white building at the back, and its carriage house and stables are still intact to this day. The year is 1885 and the Pearce family have just moved into Elmwood. After Lewis Dodgson moved out of Elmwood in 1882 from the passing of his wife, Alice, the second family to move into Elmwood was a shipbuilder of Stockton-on-Tees named Mountjoy Pearce. Mountjoy Pearce's life was entwined with the golden age of shipbuilding on the River Tees and the rise of the industrial elite in Stockton-on-Tees. As an owner in the Pearce and Lockwood and Co firm, his life was marked by technological innovation, wealth, and a prominent family life in such a magnificent home. Mountjoy was a central figure in a family enterprise that had fundamentally shaped the local industry. The Pearce and Lockwood shipyard company, known as Pearce, Lockwood and Co, and then later M. Pearce and Co, known as Matthew Pearce and Co, which referred to Mountjoy's father. The Lockwood connection to the name was cemented through family ties. Mountjoy's wife's sister married a Lockwood, which later in life, Mountjoy himself married a member of the Lockwood's family when his first marriage ended, which illustrates how close-knit the firm's leadership was. The Pearce shipyard was the forefront of industrial change, moving shipbuilding from wooden hulls to modern materials. Pearce, Lockwood and Co were innovational. He extended his reach beyond the yard, owning the Malibu Iron Company, which also supplied essential raw materials, ensuring a steady flow of iron and steel for his ships. His notable vessels were the troop ship Talport, built in 1861, a massive pioneering vessel built with steel plates for service on the River of India, capable of carrying 800 troops. The Cillian 1865, which was an iron screw steamer, at that time was the largest vessel ever built on the River Tees. Mountjoy moved into Elmwood with his family in 1885, which was 4 years after Elmwood had stood empty, after Lewis Dodgson moved out following the death of his wife Alice in the house where she was only aged 33. The peak of Mountjoy's domestic life coincided with his residency at Elmwood, a prominent house that reflected his industrial success. Elmwood was the first of the large detached properties built in Hartburn. This house symbolised the wealth of the new industrial class. During the family's time at Elmwood, Mountjoy was married to his first wife, Frances Copeland Trevin, and the family structure included of himself, Mountjoy Pearce, Frances Copeland Trevin, which was his wife, Edward Mountjoy Pearce, which was his only son, who was born in 1873, Frances Elizabeth Pearce, and Catherine Mary Pearce, who were both his daughters between Mountjoy and Frances. Inside this grand building, you can only imagine Mountjoy, the successful shipbuilder, sharing latest ship plans with his wife, his daughters and his son. Mountjoy and Frances's children as they grew up. Edward became a doctor. He had 3 children, and Edward ended up dying in Canada in 1960. Frances married a Muller, but retained the family name in her married name, and Catherine was married to a Hugh Sharp. The Pearce family's time at Elmwood, along with Mountjoy's career as a shipbuilder, came to a close at the end of the decade.
It is done, Mr. Ropner. The shipyard is yours.
And I assure you, it is in capable hands, Mr. Pearce.
The end of the yard, to be precise, came in 1888. The Pearce family sold their shipbuilding yard to a Robert Ropner and Son, which marked the end of their decades-long involvement within the industry. Mountjoy Pearce and family moved out in Elmwood in 1889, which was likely due to the major shift in his financial and business affairs following the sale of his shipyard. At some point, Mountjoy remarried his second wife, Annie Lockwood. His marriage to Annie Lockwood cementing his family's enduring connection to his original business partners. Despite his departure, Mountjoy remains a significant figure in Stockton's history, a pioneer who laid the keel for the town's industrial future. Once Mountjoy moved out, the building known as Elmwood stood empty again, waiting for its next family. Struggling from a paranormal hangover today, quite severely. During the whole night, we were getting information coming through about marriage, married, wife. We weren't getting anything from this. We kept trying, just couldn't get any answers. So when we went into the corridor just before the end of the night, we actually had Francis come through. So given the fact of what I've put down at the start of the video and not having much come through from any of them really, or anything to show, I've now gone and added in the Francis from recent events. So take a look at this and see what you think. But we were getting some really good taps and bangs on response from Francis. If there's any connection to the Pearce family, or any of the Pearce family are here, are you able to touch something or make a noise for us? Mountjoy, Francis, Ed. Oh, so wife and married. Oh, okay, right. But if this marriage and wife story that we've been getting tonight, that you've been trying to address, will you come forward and communicate with yes? I'm going to go with Francis just based on the fact it keeps saying married and wife. Francis, were you hurt? Not in a bad way, not in a way that you were physically hurt, but were you mentally hurt? Did you feel let down? Another ball's going off down there now. I can't hear them up here. I can't hear any taps. Francis, are you still here? Could you do something just to confirm? Tap.
And in there. I've got one above me and then one there, one in there.
Thank you, Francis.
Oh, and one for the right of me. So, tap in there.
It's really nice that you've come forward. You could do something else for us, Francis. Whoa.
It's in there.
Do you miss Mountjoy? Tap and the ball.
Oh, 3 or 4 taps. Yeah, 3 or 4 taps and then the balls. Mountjoy the first bit.
Francis. Oh, that was on the shutter. So Elmwood House is now a thriving community centre called the Elmwood Community Centre, based in Stockton-on-Tees. And by night, it's the Elmwood House experience, which is located upstairs within this building. Elmwood House experience allows members of the publics, groups, teams, collabs to private hire the night for your own paranormal investigation. It's a popular choice for small and big name teams to come in and record their own social media platforms. So we lock off cameras in our experience room for the night when the building is empty, place off equipment in various areas. We change them, we run the camera for the full night. the building's empty, and we do it in the hope to capture some paranormal activity or something unexplained. So please subscribe to our channel, it's absolutely free. Hit the thumbs up if you've enjoyed it. There will be more videos like this about the history of the families individually. We get a lot of people asking about the history of the house, history of the families. We will be doing about the hauntings here as well, and giving a bit more information so that you've all got a bit more of an understanding for those that haven't been here yet. Don't forget, you can become a member and support our channel for £1.99 a month, where you'll get exclusive access before it goes out to public. So we really appreciate those. You'll get behind the scenes things, you'll get to see things first. You're supporting the channel, everything comes back into the channel. We've got some massive changes coming to our experience rooms in 2026. So, on that note, thank you for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.